these teams were excited to talk about their Super Bowl chances after the way that they handled the offseason. First team that I think more people need to be given a ton of love for, and we hyped up their first initial move, is the Houston Texans. 18-1 odds to win the Super Bowl. They traded for David Montgomery, which we talked about, adding a body that takes pressure off of CJ Stroud's shoulders. You didn't need to add any receivers. You just needed another physical presence alongside Woody Marks. It's a nice tandem you got going there. They brought back Trent Brown, which was the right thing. It's a cheap move. It just checks the box of having a tackle who hopefully doesn't start for you. Is just a backup veteran for you who's hanging around.
Trent Scott type guy.
I love the signing of Braden Smith because apparently this was, I believe it was Rappaport who had tweeted that he could play guard or tackle. I think that Braden Smith's been one of the most underrated offensive linemen since he's been drafted out of Auburn. He's been just super reliable. It's a reliable dude that you can just bring into the mix, and he can play guard. Maybe he ends up playing right tackle for you, wherever he can go. Their remaining first-round pick that they have at the end of the first round should be effective enough positioning for them to draft one more offensive lineman. And this team goes from being a problem when it comes to protecting CJ Stroud to being quite bolstered and effectively positioned to have a much more explosive offense. This is the type of offseason, as we just talked about the teams that faltered, that did not do a good enough job. This is the type of offseason that I think that you need to have in order to fix all your issues. This isn't desperate either. This doesn't come off as like a desperate offseason to me. These were a lot of moves that got you trending in the right direction, and the right draft picks especially effectively set you up for potentially getting to at least an AFC championship game.
They brought in a lot of vets for cheap, which is what Seattle did and what a lot of teams that make deep runs do. A lot of quality guys on the cheap, like Sheldon Rankins, get him for cheap. EJ Speed, good linebacker, re-sign him for cheap. Reed Blankenship, you're not busting up the bank for him. Naquan Jones, good. I think they had 15 either new signings or re-signings. I think they might have been like the most active team of this offseason. I like it because the Texans needed to do something. Like, good God, we've watched them stagnate and wait around and think, oh, is CJ Stroud going to save us and fix all of our problems for us? No, he's not. He's probably not the top 3 quarterback in the league, and you need a top 3 quarterback in the league to do that. So they had to actually go to work and get something done for the first time in CJ Stroud's career. I like what the Texans did. It is a team that I will be investing in heavily this upcoming season, and I'm sure disappointed by, but you keep Danielle Hunter, I'm not going to be upset with it. Like, if they just kept Danielle Hunter, I'd say smart move. They made a smart move.
I would have argued that would have been kind of underwhelming if that was all they did.
That guy wins ball games, man. I would have been satisfied with it. I am satisfied with a team that has had low amount of acquisitions this offseason, but did exactly what they needed to do. My first team that I'm eager to bet on, eager to get back on the horse on, siding with the side of evil, no problem with me. That's the Kansas City Chiefs, plus 1,600 right now to win the Super Bowl next year. I love it. I love this line. I will take this future. I will happily take this future to win the Super Bowl. It's the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. They bring back Tyquan Thornton. Sold. Just kidding. The big addition, Kenneth Walker. That is what the Kansas City Chiefs needed. They needed a playmaker that didn't need to have the ball thrown to him by Patrick Mahomes scrambling for his life outside of the pocket. They needed a playmaker that could give the offense balance that it has been so desperately missing since Travis Kelce's issues, aka aging. So you get a stud running back. You don't overpay him. I think they paid a relatively fair amount for what the Kansas City Chiefs needed, which was the best running back they've had on their team since Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback. They are geared up. All I needed to see them get was a running back because I know they draft well and they have 2 first-round picks, one in the top 10. How in the hell did we let that happen? How did we let the Kansas City Chiefs get the number 9 pick?
They were quite bad, and their starting quarterback went down with an ACL.
How did we let that happen?
I think there's an explanation.
Joe. I can't even fathom a possibility of that being a realistic outcome. But look at them; they got picks. They're ready to reload. I like this team this year. I'm back in on the Chiefs.
My only thing with the Chiefs is I just don't know if I feel as if they're positioned to win a Super Bowl, getting rid of 2 starting corners.
Oh,
I'm a little worried. I think that the Mansour DeLeone pick, if that's what they make with their first rounder, that steps you in the right direction. I think that that's who's now on the table for them. I feel like if you don't come away with out of your first 3 picks with 2 starting corners, there's a little bit that I'm a little worried about here. I just think that cornerback, having new faces at that position of all positions, is where I have pause. It's just I can't totally buy into that.
Pause. What is it? Avion Terrell? What's the younger Terrell?
Clemson.
Yeah,
Avion Terrell. Yeah.
Would he be available at 29, or is he?
Yeah, no, he'll be on the board. He'll be on the board.
You don't think he would go in the teens?
I don't think he's going to go in the teens.
Oh. Could he fall into the second round?
He might fall into the second round.
Could he fall to Atlanta in the second round?
I don't know. Well, knowing Atlanta, they'll take somebody that they don't need.
Come on, man.
They'll take Eli Sowers.
Don't say that. Don't say stuff like that, man. We need help.
The second team that I want to bring up here, Rams, the aggressiveness that they displayed in boosting their second. They had to. It's the interconnected to the Chiefs take that you had here. The Rams had to, in some way, improve their corner position. They had to get 2 new starting corners, whether it was through trade, through the draft, free agents, whatever it was. They traded for Trent McDuffie, gave him a new contract. He's happy. Brought in Jalen Watson as well. They still hold the 13th overall pick, which allows them to just look at the board and to basically just say, you know what? We can take whoever we want. We could go with a depth piece. We can go with a defensive lineman, even though we don't need a starting defensive lineman. We could go with an offensive lineman just so that we have depth in a developmental play. They could go in whatever direction that they want. I would think that they would maybe probably turn to drafting a receiver to improve their offense, again, for this final push to win a Super Bowl. Rams, to me, got the job done. They currently have the best odds to win the Super Bowl at plus 750. Justifiably, they should hold that odd.
Yeah.
That top ranking at the top of the odds.
Unless we're seeing a crazy regression from Stafford where he looks really old, like Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh old, there's no reason why the Rams couldn't be the NFC rep in the Super Bowl this upcoming year. Would have said the same thing this season. They're a team that they just know better when it comes to players. They know better when it comes to fit on the team, who they want to draft, when they need to draft them, who's worth a first round pick and who's not. Like, it's just so impressive. They're in a different class all on their own. Yeah, I mean, if you're not betting the Rams every single week next year, like, there's not a team that I think they would face off against that they shouldn't be favored against. Like, I really like this team. I hate how likable they are and that they're not my team, and I hate my team and you hate your team. We should just become Rams fans. Do you want to do that? We become the Rams cast?
I ain't like you. What are you talking about? You're voting me to become a bandwagon
You
fan?
wouldn't abandon a New York team in favor of an LA team?
Shut up.
You wouldn't do that?
Shut up. That never happened. You're making that up.
Okay.
You're making that up.
I didn't even say what
You're making that up. My team's on the up and up. Your team sucks. What's the last team that you've got here?
I'm sure you're on the up and up.
What's your last
You
team
are not.
here?
First of all, you are not on
Jackson
the
Dart's
up
better
and
than
up.
Michael Penix. Jackson Dart's going to be better than Michael Penix. What's the last team here that
You want to go owner for owner?
What?
I bet you don't.
What is the last team here?
Blank was number one on Island.
Wait, John Merrill was not on Epstein's Island.
Tish,
Don't put that on.
His name is.
Well, they're getting rid of him.
Yeah, I know. They're not getting rid of Arthur Blank. Don't take.
Okay.
Don't say you're on the up and up.
We're not talking about Epstein. What is your? I can't believe that was the what is the last team that you have? Because we have breaking news that we have to get to.
Okay, Bills plus 1,000 win the Super Bowl. Excited about them. I know this news feels like it came ages ago, but the DJ Moore edition is one of the best in the offseason this year. Just getting Josh Allen an actual legitimate weapon on the outside. Really important. They keep Connor McGovern, really good center for them. Happy for him. He's a great offensive lineman. Keep that contingency. Bradley Chubb added. We're looking at 4 sacks or 10 sacks in Buffalo. Might be worth it. Might be worth that chance. Buffalo always has a mean pass rush to go along with Ed Oliver. Maybe Bradley Chubb can do something. Can they finally unlock him? Additionally, sneaky good ad in D. Alford, a cornerback, a small cornerback, makes a lot of plays, though. Doesn't get burnt more than... Okay, when he gets burnt bad. But he doesn't get burnt that often. It's just that it looks so bad when he loses a rep where he's falling all over the ground, flat-faced, that he that people think he's worse than he is, but he's a really good cornerback. And they keep Dawson Knox. I don't really care about that. But yeah, Bills. I'm back in on him. I'm the idiot. I'm the stupid Mark that's believing. Sure, go ahead, mock away.
I like the McGovern pickup. I think that was underrated. I also think that Bradley Chubb underrated. There's just a lot of moves that they made that I think went under the radar. The DJ Moore trade after the compensation came out didn't look as sexy because they gave up such a high draft pick. But I do think that this gets them on the right track. This does at least step them in the direction of getting to a Super Bowl. It all comes down to who they pick in the first round, I think. I think that first round selection
they could botch
has
it.
to be.
They like botching it.